Hey everyone, it's James from FunFoods, and today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious tie-dye cookies. Now, these are so easy to make. Keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make them. Before we get started on this recipe, I have to show off my new merch. As you see, it is a nice t-shirt with tiny spoons all over it. And it's called the Tiny Spoon All Over Print t-shirt. You can get it at the merch store. I'll put a link down below. There's other merchandise you can get as well, but if you use the code Tiny Spoon, you get 10% off, not just this, but anything you get in your shopping cart. So it's for a limited time only. Use the code Tiny Spoon, click the link below, and check it out. The first thing we're going to do is start off by making our sugar cookies. Now, to do this, I'm going to do this from scratch, but if you want to take the easy way out, you can of course use one of these sugar cookie mixes that you can pick up at the store. Pretty easy to do, and that will get you to our next step. In a medium bowl, I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a dash of salt. Just whisk this up. And set this aside. In a large bowl, I'm going to put the wet ingredients, and to do that, I'm going to put 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup, and make sure it's softened at room temperature. You don't want to melt it. I have one that melted a little bit. I did put it in the refrigerator. If that happens, put it in the refrigerator just for a little bit to firm it up. Add to that 1 cup of sugar, and you just want to cream the sugar and the butter. Now I add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 large egg, and bring it together. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients to our wet. Use about half at a time. Mix it in. And the rest of it. All right, there we go. When that's all done, what we're going to do now is divide it into about 4 or 5 different colors. I think I'm going to go with 4 different colors here. So I've divided it into 4 different bowls, and my first one I'm going to do purple. So I'm just going to add a little bit of purple food coloring to the dough. And we're going to see if we can actually mix this with the hand mixer like this, the electric mixer. If this works, great. If not, you can just knead it with your hands. When that reaches the color you want, this purple one, I'm just going to take it and put it on some plastic wrap, flatten it down. Wrap it up. And put it in the refrigerator for 20 to 30 minutes. For the next color, I'm going to do a light blue. So just about 1 drop of this blue should be good. Next, we're going to take our dough out of the refrigerator one by one. I'm going to start with the purple, and I just have some more plastic wrap here on my surface. I'm going to give it a slight roll. There we go. Next, we're going to come to the blue. Now, the blue is a little smaller, and I did that on purpose because I want it to take up less space. We're going to put that right on top of so we'll put that right on top of the purple here. And you can give that a slight roll into the purple. You don't want to push too hard though. We're going to go with our yellow. Put that on there. Same thing, give it a slight roll. You just want to push it into the other color a little bit. You don't want to mix it up though. And lastly, we'll put in our red. Hopefully all this works. We'll see, won't we? Now this time we are going to press it in a little bit more each time as we roll it. We want to get it to where it's going to be really thin on one side and gets a little thicker but not too thick. But slowly, you don't want to do it all at once. Okay, so when you have it about 1/4 inch in thickness, we can pull off the top layer of the plastic. And now what we gotta do is roll this up. So I'm gonna spin it this way and we're just gonna roll this up just like a Swiss roll, basically. And use the plastic to help lift it up. Now you can see that it has the different colors blended in nicely. I'm just making sure it's nice and even consistency shape-wise all the way across. So I preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit right now. What I'm gonna do is cut off the end so we have a good starting point. And I'm just using string for this. It's a little easier to do it. It doesn't squish things up. If you use a knife, it kind of squishes everything. Put a string underneath of it, pull it together, one little twist, and then pull it like you're tying a shoe. Just like that. Boom, done. And you can see it has a nice hole here. That's because we used the outside. We're cutting that outside. The inside shouldn't have much of a hole. Hopefully not. Now we're going to cut them to about 1/4 inch in thickness using a string. So just take that, put the string underneath. And cut. And it should look like this. Nice, perfect tie-dye color. Take it, put it on a baking mat. You can use parchment paper if you don't have one of these silicone mats. And there you go. Once you get them all on your baking sheet, put them in the oven at 350 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes or until they're all cooked. Now I did go a little big on some of these, so it may take me a little longer for mine to cook. Try to be careful and make them all the same size. It makes things a lot easier. Okay, so they're out of the oven now. It took nearly 18 minutes for these to bake completely. That's because the big ones I cut too big. I cut them about 1/4 of an inch in thickness. You probably want to do it about 1/8 of an inch. And so watch your times on your oven, 350 degrees. I did it 18 minutes. You might get away with 12 minutes or so. And let these cool completely before we go on and try them out. So now it's time for the taste test. First I'm gonna break into one and just kind of look. Oh, wow, that's pretty good. You can see the colors all throughout in there. Really, really good. Now, let's give it a try. So if you love sugar cookies, you're gonna absolutely love this. And if you wanna put icing, go ahead and put icing on there. I do suggest like a multicolor icing. Would really make this nice. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these tie-dye cookies. Be sure to click that subscribe button, hit that like button, and check out this video right there. And until then, I'll see you next time. Do the, start over. Cookie mix, let's start over. Of tie-dye cookies, it's, you can, what am I saying? Now we're gonna add, no we're not. 1 cup, which is 2 sticks of,